Something spectacular about this uni is that it accepts students from over 100 countries. How long does it take to get accepted into a university in Canada? It offers more than 200 degree programs. Wow. How much grade point percentage, like GP percentage, is required for studying a Canadian university? It's a good university because the acceptance rate is 89%. That's a lot, guys. That's a lot. At the end of the day, I want you guys to know that you go where you are wanted. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Yemisi. On this channel, I create lifestyle videos. I share videos about immigration. This is the kind of content you love to see. Please subscribe, join the family. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. In this particular video, I am going to be talking about universities in Canada that have high acceptance rate for international students. See guys, I've gotten a lot of messages lately saying I got rejected for admission and blah blah blah. I get it. Yeah, I understand. I totally get the fact that everything is becoming so competitive right now. Canada is becoming one of the destinations for a lot of international students to come study and yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, I want you guys to know that you go where you are wanted. I'm saying that safely and with caution because I know that even though I say go where you're wanted, there are some schools that do not have high acceptance rates, but trust me, you want to go to those schools as well. Most of them are more popular or they are more in demand because of their name, so you might also want to explore that. But for those people that you've been trying to apply to a lot of schools, you get rejected, you might also want to check your application documents. Are you following the instructions, the requirements that the school has requested for? So all of those things you also want to look at. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing 10 schools that are in Canada that have high acceptance rate. I'm going to be telling you the percentage of their acceptance rate. I'm also going to be diving a little bit deeper into some of the programs that they study for some of them, and I'll be telling you where these schools are located in Canada. So if this kind of content you love to see, please stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? Like the video, share it to your friends, and I'll see you guys shortly. First thing first, I have a video on the channel where I explain some of the documentations you have to put together if you're trying to apply to a university in Canada. I'll leave that video somewhere above for you. Also, I'm going to be touching some key points here before I go into the universities and the acceptance rates and all of that, okay? Trust me, they are going to be very helpful for you. Just watch till the end. The first one I wrote down here is, how long does it take to get accepted into a university in Canada? I've gotten that question a couple of times, and I'll tell you that on the average, you're expected to receive an official letter of acceptance and admission within maybe 1 to 3 months, depending on the school, depending on their policy, depending on the term that you're applying for. However, there is no standard rule for all of these things. It might come earlier. I got my admission within a month, so for some people it was like 3 months, 4 months, so it just depends, okay? So I would say that anytime you feel there is a delay in your admission process, just reach out to the school. That's for the first question. Also, don't forget that it's good for you to apply ahead, say maybe 8 months to 12 months, just because you're giving them enough time for approval and so that you can plan well when it comes to your bank statements and application for visa. So just so that you leave allowance for, you know, those period. Another question that a lot of people ask me is how much grade point percentage, like GP percentage, is required for studying a Canadian university. On the average, you should have about 70% to 80% because that's within that range is what most universities will request for, but it may also be reduced or increased depending on the school, the program, your experience. Like I said, always try to reach out to the school, the admission office. For this grade point, I have a video on the channel where I explain how to calculate it. I also showed a virtual working of how to calculate your grade point, your GP, your CGPA, in order for you to match the Canadian grade point average, because back in my home country, the scores against 5 points, but here in Canada it's over 4 points. So how do you convert it and all of that? I have a video on that. I'll also link it above. I don't know where to to put my hand, but yeah, you'll see it above. So go ahead to check it out. So even though these universities I'll mention, there are universities that have high acceptance rates. Some of them, the acceptance rate is as high as 89%. However, it does not mean that if you don't submit the right document, they are going to accept you, okay? So you want to make sure to check whether your document is complete or you're answering the right question so that it does not affect the decision made on your application. I'm going to advise that you apply knowing that it is a competitive process, and yeah, so just make sure to apply with the right documents, basically. I'm not going to be listing them based based on how high or how low. Well, like I said, I'm going to mention the acceptance rate for you, and also you put in mind that this is as at 2023. The first one will be Wilfrid Laurier University. It is one of the top universities in Ontario, so it's located in Ontario with an acceptance rate of 89%. Ooh, that's high. The university specializes in diverse fields of study like arts and social sciences, business and economics, music, social work, and more. If you're interested in all of these kind of programs, go check the school out. I will even advise you to go to the school's website and just check for the program that you want to apply to so that you start your processing already. So don't forget, it's a good university because the acceptance rate is 89%. That's a lot, guys. That's a lot. The second one will be Lakehead University. It's 83% acceptance rate. It is located in Ontario. In the undergraduate level, the school provides over 57 fields of study and also offers graduate, doctoral, and diploma programs. The next one will be Thompson University. It is located in British Columbia. It has an 82% acceptance rate, and the university is known for its online learning options, hands-on learning opportunities, and has about 140 on-campus programs. That's a lot. 140 programs means you are going to have diverse programs for you to explore. The fourth one on my list is Toronto Metropolitan University. It was previously known as Ryerson University, and it is located in Ontario. It offers over 100 undergrad and graduate programs with an acceptance rate of 80%. The fifth one is the University of Newbrunswick, about 75% acceptance rate, over 75 programs including research, that is thesis program, and course-based programs. The next one will be the Brock University. It is located also in Ontario. Wow, we're having a lot of Ontario universities here. Okay, no wonder the province is well populated. The Brock University has a 73% acceptance rate, and something spectacular about this uni is that it accepts students from over 100 countries, so it doesn't have so much restriction for international students. The seventh one on my list will be the University of Northern British Columbia, and it is in British Columbia province, which is Vancouver. This is Canada's green university, famous for its teaching, research, energy initiative, and approaches to building and nurturing relationships with Indigenous people. You might not really understand what the relationship with Indigenous people mean until you come to Canada. There is something about the land acknowledgement here in Canada. There's sort of like a relationship when it comes to Indigenous people, so you understand better when you go to the province or when you come to Canada. The eighth one would be Mount Allison University, and it is located in New Brunswick. This university is said to be recognized as the top undergraduate university in Canada 23 times in 32 years. Oh my gosh, that's a very good school. Like I said, it's located in New Brunswick. It has a dynamic acceptance rate for international students ranging between 70% and 80%. The ninth one will be University of Prince Edward Island, and it is located in the Prince Edward Island province. It is another reputable Canadian university with an acceptance rate of 70%. The University of Prince Edward Island provides personalized learning experiences through small classes to assist learners in pursuing their passion and to achieve their goals. That is actually very incredible, because as an international student, I can remember my first semester, if not for my friends, if not for the people I met, it was a bit tough for me. So having such platform whereby, you know, there are small classes that assist people to integrate nicely into the system, I would say that's fantastic. Fantastic. The last but not the least university here is Acadia University, and it is located in Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia is another province in Canada. It offers more than 200 degree programs. Wow. The acceptance rate also ranges between 60% and 70% depending on the class size preference or the term in which you are applying to. I also hear that this campus has a breathtaking view, and so if you get enrolled in the school, of course you're going to be enjoying that. I decided to give you these 10 universities with high acceptance rates just so that you can channel your energy to schools that has less denial or less rejection for international students. That way you get your admission like quickly, you know. Also, I try to advise people not to apply to just one university when it comes to admission. Try to apply to at least 2 universities so that you get positive response from at least one of them. All right, so if you want me to make a video on universities that have low acceptance rate, let me know in the comment section. And also, don't forget, like I mentioned above, that low acceptance rate does not necessarily mean that it's a bad school to apply to. No, don't get me wrong. University of Saskatchewan, where I studied, is one of the schools with low acceptance rate for international students, but then again, I was still admitted. Okay, so what I'm just trying to say is that so that you're able to channel your energy, and so that I don't get so many DMs questioning the fact that their admission keeps getting denied. Okay guys, I've come to the end of the video. Let me know other questions you have in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.